Hi again, trying the Facebook Live thing again, this time with the make and take. So I sent out a whole bunch of make and takes to my regular customers and a few people that asked for them, and they might not have gotten to everybody yet. They didn't go out until Tuesday late at night. Apologize, it's been a crazy week. And the mail hasn't been quite as quick as always. So you may not have gotten your make and takes yet, but if you did, you can watch this video, and if you didn't, watch it anyway and then maybe make a card like this in the future. So this is the card we're going to make. So this is our card, and it's using the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set and dies. Now in person, I would have you do a lot of this work yourself at one of my events, but you're not here. It's a virtual event this year, which is sad, but it's also kind of nice because I have customers and team members from all over, and so even though we can't get together in person, more people can get together because we're virtual. So anyway, I've done a lot of the work for you when I sent these out. I already cut out all your dies. And I'm not allowed to pre-stamp things. Stampin' Up! Doesn't let us stamp things and send through the mail because of copyright issues, and so you know, that's their design. So you can stamp things at home, but you can't send stamped images through the mail. So unless, you know, I've sold a stamped image or whatever, and then I have to put, you know, images Stampin' Up! On the back. But anyway, I sent out these kits. I did not stamp this part, but I intentionally designed this card so that you can stamp a sentiment that you already have at home. Everything else is dependent upon the paper and the dies. So this is something that everybody can make, which is kind of cool. That's what I'm hoping anyway. I'm hoping that you know, you can make this yourself and have a successful card at the end with what I sent you. Okay, so what I sent in the mail is a card base in crumb cake. And this is a sheet of cardstock cut in half and scored down the middle. And then I sent out a piece of Whisper White. This is for the inside. I sent out this little scalloped edge, you can see. Some designer series paper. There's two different versions of this that went out. I had to send out 26 of these kits. I didn't have enough paper for everybody to get the same one, but it's very similar. Some of you got this blue hued kind of textile, and some of you got this kind of blue hued burlap. So they're very similar, and they're both from the same In Good Taste designer series paper. And then I pre-cut all your little dies. So let me turn the camera to hands only view, and we'll put the card together. I want to show you one other fun thing though real quick. This is a brilliant idea from Sarah Douglas, her daughter, and I don't know which daughter it is. She's got two daughters, maybe three daughters, and one of them came up with this idea to use one of these little cups and some hot glue inside the base of the cup, and then you stick your glue inside here with the cap on it, and then you leave that cap in there, see, and then you just keep using it, and it's always upside down because it just stands that way. And then when you're done with this glue stick or this glue bottle, you just unscrew it, throw this away, grab, sorry, right in your face, grab a new one, throw that cap away, and stick your new bottle in here. So just keep using it. It's kind of, you know, goofy little trick, but I thought it was brilliant, and I saw Sarah's daughter do this in one of their little craft days that the family does. They're real cute little videos that they have on Sarah Douglas's Facebook page. She's our Stampin' Up! CEO, so you can follow it. She lets customers and demonstrators see her videos, and they're real cute, and they always have cute ideas. Her kids are very creative, and I really liked this one. So I bought a whole bunch of these, and I was going to bring these to my garage sale if we were not virtual, and I was going to let everybody make one of these little glue holders. I'm going to show you really quick how to do it. Like I said, you're just going to have a hot glue. I hope this is warm enough already. And I have a giant hot glue gun, and I should have got it because you want to get a good amount in here. And just keep pouring that hot glue in there. I have another stick. Like I said, the bigger hot glue guns work better. And you want to get a good amount of glue in the bottom of your cup. And then you're just going to take your lid and just stick it in there. You might have to hold it for a few seconds to get it to stay. And you know, if you should put more glue in there so that it's a little higher. And then you've got a nice little glue holder, and then like I said, you just trade out your bottles and leave the cap in place. So that's it. I wanted to share that because I thought it was cool. And that's what's been sitting on my desk ever since. It's been sitting there. I think I've maybe changed it once too because I go through a lot of glue. Okay, so let's begin the card. I'm going to flip you. And hopefully I can flip you without causing you a headache and without losing you. No, this one. Okay, I'm trying to see if you're upside down or right side up. Let's see. Or are you staring at my ceiling? No, you're staring at my desk, but you're upside down. Now you're staring at my ceiling. Technology is not my friend. Okay, now you're right side up. And hopefully you're not freezing. Okay. It's dark in here today. Okay, let's see how that works. So I think you should be right side up. I think you should be staring at my workspace. And let's put this card together. So we're starting with the base, and I'm going to just lay down my background here. I actually see people are watching. That's really cool. I see Pat. Hi, Pat. Pat's a team member. And I think I can see that 5 people are watching. Say hi if you're there. It's kind of nice to see people there. Okay. So you feel like you're talking to the space, you know. Okay. So then I have this little die here. It's got this cute little scalloped edge and stitching all around. And it's one of the dies I use the most these days. And it's from this collection here. It's called Stitch So Sweetly. I believe that's what it's called. Yes, it is. And I just love it. It's got these different style dies here that can be layered, just like you've seen. These two kind of fit together, and these two kind of fit together. And you can put sentiments on them in different colors and have a nice border. Really nice. And then these, just stacking scallop rectangles. So wonderful for just about anything. So I love these. And this is a great die collection, and you should check it out. And we're using the largest one. And I pre-cut these out, and then I cut off the top 2 scallops. And I forgot to do that ahead of time on my sample one, so let me do that. There. Now I saved this cute little thing here because won't it be cute like under a tag or under something? So I might save that little guy. So I've got like 30 of those sitting in a tray here. We'll figure something out. Hi, Kim. Thank you for saying hi. Okay, so then I'm going to just put this down right here, and when I turn this over, you're going to see that I accidentally grabbed paper that I printed on. See? Look. And so just pretend you don't notice that. The ones that went in the mail hopefully don't have that. We'll see. If you did, that goes down. You don't want to see that part. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and put that down. Now sometimes you can pop these layers up with dimensionals. I made these all pretty flat. Because I've got this ribbon bundle here that's already got some height. Here we go. So that just goes on just like that. Okay, now I've cut out the sunflower, and the dies for that, I'm going to show you real quick. You've got this detailed die. Uh-oh, where did it go? There it is. This detailed die, which is really fun, and this solid die. So the solid image die would be great if you stamped it and you wanted to cut out this really pretty sunflower. And it's made to fit that. And when you're trying to line it up, one tip is there are a few sunflowers that just kind of wisp off to the side. They're kind of going on an angle like that. Look for those, and that's how you're going to line up your stamped image with the little wispy ones when you put the die on it. You're just going to look for that and line it up. Okay, and then you've got this detail die, and you can put that layers nicely on top of the stamped image. You can layer them, which is really nice. So you can go like this. Now all these itty bitty ones in here don't necessarily line up, but the outside lines up perfectly. Here is. And so you can layer and you can add accent pieces on there. You can add it in gold. I've got it here. These are some new colors, Bumblebee and, oh, I already forgot, Cinnamon Cider. Maybe Cinnamon Cider, someone tell me. Hi, Ingrid. Okay, so you've got these pieces, and then you get a centerpiece here, and it's got little tiny little dots in it, like it's got sunflower seeds in it, as does the center here around. So it's really nice. You can get a lot of good textures here and do a lot of things. So I've got that. You also get the leaves from this stamp set. So you've got a couple floating leaves here that you can add to add more greenery. And I didn't do those for you, the stamped ones, but I've got this one for you. So in your kit, you're going to get 2 of these, and this is the Just Jade color, and then 2 of the outline images here. And this one is Shaded Spruce, so you're going to get that. That's a current color. That's not a new one. Yeah. Okay. So you've got 2 of those. Now, if you look at the back of the one I sent you, it's white. That's a sticker sheet. And so that means you don't have to use glue on these little teeny tiny things like this. These sticker sheets are so handy. What you do is you lay that sticker sheet on the back of your cardstock. And then when you run it through the die cut machine, that sticker comes with it. And they're thin enough. You can go right through it, as I did here. And then that sticker transfers to your the back of your piece. Now, I didn't put a sticker sheet on this one, because it's got this big part here for adhesive, and like I said, I sent out 30 of these kits almost. So that would be a lot of sticker sheets. So we're going to just glue that down on this big piece right here. Okay? Alrighty. So we've got, this is our virtual stamp camp if you're just joining us. I sent out these kits and to my regulars and my team and some newer customers who have been joining in on some of my mystery card challenges on my idea sharing group. We've been having that. We'll have another one next week, mystery card challenge. So you want to go to my Best Paper Cuts idea sharing group and join that, and let me know if you want to take part in the mystery card challenge. Okay, so here we have these pieces. Let me put these away. Those are your die cuts that I already sent for you. Also in your kit, you're going to have this little piece of ribbon. This is denim ribbon, really fun. I like that. And then you've got this little tiny tag that I made with the, what is it called? Modern Label Punch? I'm not sure the name of that punch. If you know that, let me know on the comments. I used to know all the names, but there's so many new punches that come out. I forget what this one is. I think it might be called Modern Label. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so we've got these pieces down. Now we're just going to go ahead and layer these. I just added a little bit of adhesive here, and I did it offset, not quite centered on this. I wanted to show some of this white. Okay, and then I just added a little bit of glue here, and I looked for those wispy flower pieces that are turned. I found them pretty quickly. Once you know what you're looking for, you find them pretty quickly, and then I just stuck this down. Ooh, quickly. I wanted this to be underneath, so let me pull that up. That is one thing I like about the liquid glue, is that you've got a moment to shimmy things and shift things. And it dries clear. Like I got a little bit coming through. I'm being quick. You know, doing things on video makes you a little crazy. Okay, now a trick for getting these off, let me give you a tip for that, is you can use your take your pick tool and try to work off this, just kind of poke off this adhesive backing, or if you don't have that, grab a pin. Take your pick tool is pretty nice for getting all those little details out of your dies though too, so it's kind of handy. So just peel this off and layer it right on top of the Just Jade leaf. And you're going to do that on both of them. Thank you, Ingrid. I think it is the Modern Label. Okay. Now I gave myself the one that I cut because it's going to tuck underneath anyway, so that's okay. Okay. So you've got your leaves, and then I just put a little bit of adhesive on the bottom of the back and stuffed them under my sunflower. So I only had put glue partly under so that way I knew that I could tuck this in. Oops. There. Okay, so we've got that. And now we're going to work on our embellishment here. So I did this in a different order. What I did first was tie this little linen thread around my denim. So in your kit, I sent you some of this linen thread. I sent you probably too long of a piece because I thought it's easier for you to work with a piece that's too long than too short, and so you're going to have to trim it down. And then it's kind of tricky to tie on a floating piece of ribbon here. So I'm holding it down with my other finger. You're just going to tie a little bow. Okay, and then my trick for getting this onto your card base, so see it's too long, I'm going to trim that little curl off, although I do like it. Okay, is I'm going to put the tear tape directly onto my card. I made sure that the ribbon is thicker than the tear tape, and it is. And sometimes, you know, you're tempted to put it on the ribbon, but it's really hard to peel the backing off of a ribbon. So it's easier to tear it right off of your paper. So I'm going to make myself a little strip here and put it right where I want it. This also is going to help hold down this flower. And you know how I was telling you that I didn't put a lot of adhesive on here? And if you wanted to put a sticker sheet on there, you can. But I actually like that it flips up. I like seeing the shadow behind that die. So that's up to you. You can decide. So now I'm going to put this directly on top of here and kind of burnish it with your finger a little bit just to make sure it's sticking down to all the layers, and then carefully peel up your backing. Now you want to be extra careful when you get closer to this tiny little skinny pieces, so just kind of go carefully and it'll peel up for you. And then stick down your ribbon embellishment, and you might have to trim, like I have to trim the end off of there. So let me do that. There we go. I was even thinking of fraying the ends. That might be fun because then it won't get lost so much. And you can fray the ends of your denim like that. Kind of cute. Okay. So now on this little piece, for my sample card, I use this word thanks. And that is actually from the Celebrate Sunflowers. And you say, how does that fit on that little thing? What I did was I used this thanks right here, and I used a marker to ink it up. And that way you don't get the a bunch. You just get the word thanks. So I'm going to grab my early espresso marker. Now if you have a stamp set like Itty Bitty Greetings or Itty Bitty Birthday, or you know, probably any stamp set you own, you've probably got a small greeting that you can do this. Like even the congratulations up here would work. And so you can kind of look through your stamp sets, and I intentionally designed it to where I thought anybody could probably have a stamp that would work here on their kit. So I'm going to use the thanks a bunch. So I'm going to use my marker. Now the marker has a brush tip and a bullet tip. You're going to use the brush tip. And you want to not go straight down. You want to go on an angle because you don't want to ruin your tip. And just go ahead and ink up the word thanks. Now, it's so much easier to stamp first on a piece of paper, cardstock, and then punch it out, because then you can line up the word evenly in the window of the back of the punch. But I had to send you these pre-punched, so I couldn't do that for you. So you got two chances, two chances to ink this up right. Now if you mess up, don't worry about it. This is crumb cake. Maybe you have crumb cake and you can make yourself a new one. And if not, a white label would look just great there too, so you don't have to worry about it. And then you can make yourself a new one or cut yourself a little strip. So now I'm going to attempt to line this up. Another thing that helps is photopolymer words. And see, now it's a little not so great. I'm going to flip it. I got one more chance. And actually I have more because I have the punch and I can make myself more, but I just wanted to see if I can do it because I want to do it like you're doing it at home. Hi Angie. I love the sunflower too. Alright, let's see if this side's any better. Okay, I'm going to take it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put that down. Now you can put this down any way you like. You can use the liquid glue or the more tear tape. I'm going to go ahead and use the liquid glue. The nice thing about using this tear and tape behind your ribbon is it holds the ribbon down nice and flat, so you can go ahead and add this on top and it'll look good. So I've got my ribbon showing slightly underneath it as well. Okay, so it's really simple. Now on the inside, some of you in your kits got a little strip of paper that matches this. That's because when I was cutting these pieces of paper, I was cutting them at 4 inches by 5 1/4, and I had little strips of paper left over. So rather than toss them, I always put them on the inside, a little strip of Designer Series paper on the inside. Now I sent those all out. I didn't save any for myself, and I didn't have enough when cutting these for everyone to give everyone a strip. So if you got one, you're lucky. Put it on the inside right there. Let me see if I have something like that. So I usually do it, of course not right in front of me. Oh, here, like this. I usually put the strip of paper somehow like that. Okay, so you're going to do that across the side. And then, you know, if you have this stamp set, or maybe you're going to purchase this stamp set, you can go ahead and add a sunflower to the inside as well. So that is your make and take, and I want to show you a couple cards I made with the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set in the past week. I've been showing them, or month, I've been showing them on my YouTube channel and blog. This is 2 sets of sunflowers that I've made. I've got the nice sunflowers here. I did one in like kind of a non-traditional purple. This is the Purple Posy, and then the ink here is watercolor, and I used Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. And then on this one, I didn't have the bumblebee paper yet. I had crushed curry. So this is crushed curry, and then the painting done on this one is soft suede with crushed curry background. And then the leaves are old olive. And then I did, these are the new in colors, and I did this little trio of cards with the new in colors. And this one is just embossed in white with the colors behind. And then I've got these as well. And I'm currently working on something else with the dies. Here, look at this one. I'll put it on black so you can see it. You can leave some of those pieces in, you know, and you might have to put some adhesive on the back to make them stay in, but it's kind of nice to have some of them stay and some of them be open. It's kind of an interesting look, don't you think? So that is your make and take. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you will join my Best Paper Cuts idea sharing group. We do mystery card challenges, and just, you know, you can, it's nice because in that group you can post as well as me. So when you have a Facebook page, I'm the only one that can post. So, you know, that's nice. And you know, I can control what I post, and that's nice, but it's also nice if you get to share too. So if you're in that group and you've made some stuff with the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set, post it. If you have questions, or you can post your version of your make and take. If you got your make and take and you made it, share it with me. I would love to see how yours turned out. So join the Best Paper Cuts idea sharing group, and thank you so much for coming here and watching. I'm glad that people did, and I'm not talking to myself. It was nice to see people commenting, and this one didn't freeze, so yay! Okay. Thanks, everyone. Continue to check out my garage sale. There's a scavenger hunt on there. And let's see, that just got posted. So look at my scavenger hunt, answer the questions. You'll have to email me, I think, the questions, or maybe in Messenger. You can messenger me your answers and win a raffle ticket. Those of you who have already gotten raffle tickets, jar number 1 has quite a few entries in it already. Jar number 2 only has 2 entries, and jar number 3 has nobody picked jar number 3. Now it is logo merchandise, so I kind of maybe thought more of my team members would pick that one, or a demonstrator. It's got you know, logo merchandise, and if nobody picks it, that's awesome, because then I get to keep it for myself. Thanks, Pat. I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thanks everybody else for coming by. Bye.